It reflects a new, positive aura that he wants his players to transmit when representing the nation. No longer is this a Three Lions team burdened by decades of underachievement and scared to make an impact on the biggest stage, less cowardly lion, more Mufasa. This positivity is reflected by the manager's willingness to open up to new ideas and cherry-pick methods and coaching tips from other sports such as gridiron and basketball. Dr. Pete Olusoga, a sports psychologist at Sheffield Hallam University, believes the psychological overhaul instigated by Southgate proved crucial to the last 16 victory over Colombia on penalties. England had lost all 3 previous shootouts at the World Cup, 7 of 14 of the takers having missed their spot kicks. Against Colombia, 4 out of 5 players were successful with their efforts, and Dr. Olusoga believes the long-awaited win stems from Southgate's new mantra. Something that has been a popular theme with England is owning the process, and they talk about that a lot, he said. They got that monkey off their back, and I think that will give them a huge confidence now. Owning the process is basically about what is important at that particular moment in time. It gets you to focus on the present rather than worrying about what has gone before or what the future might hold. People can get distracted about stuff like that and what has gone before, but those players and staff will have talked about concentrating on the present moment. Thankfully, on the night they executed that plan. I know they have studied the Colombian players and apparently only one diverted away from where they expected. High-level football is about marginal gains, and a lot of confidence will have been gained from that win. After years of shootout failure, England had previously won just 1 of 7 at major tournaments. The FA undertook a study on penalties, led by Southgate and the governing body's technical director Dan Ashworth. Among the suggestions to come out of the study was that England players were too quick to take their penalties and should instead allow themselves more time to gain composure before stepping up. The fruits of that labor were realized during the win over Colombia, with all 5 takers appearing relaxed. Indeed, many of the players spoke about the process of studying penalties in depth, Harry Maguire stating, "We've worked tirelessly on them." The gaffer has been reiterating it's not all about luck, it's a skill under pressure, and the boys did it well. The staff have studied penalties for weeks and it paid off. England face Sweden in the quarter-finals tomorrow, having played just 2 games at this stage in the past 20 years. In 2002, England collapsed to Brazil, where a goalkeeping error from David Seaman saw Ronaldinho's effort sail into the net. 4 years later, there was to be yet more penalty heartache, this time at the feet of Portugal. The meeting with the Swedes sees them take on a side they have beaten just twice in the last 10 outings, representing another psychological hurdle that Southgate and his players must attempt to clear. Dr. Adam Gledhill, a sports scientist at Leeds Beckett, believes the approach from Southgate so far has been one in stark contrast to that of previous regimes. He said, "One of the things that has been impressive from Gareth Southgate this tournament has been the way he has delivered the right messages to the media and the players. How many times have we heard him say that he trusts his young team and has encouraged them to go out and express themselves? If we contrast that with some of the things that former players have spoken about recently, e.g. Rio Ferdinand being told not to carry the ball out from the back because it was too risky, this suggests we're looking at an England side with a different performance culture now." He has talked a lot about being excited by the potential of the team. He has talked about how he wants the players to enjoy the challenge that comes along with being in the World Cup, as they have earned the right to embrace that through qualifying. All of these messages suggest a manager that is able to create a certain degree of psychological safety that shows he believes the players are able to go out and achieve in the World Cup.